Hello everyone and welcome back to Dungeons Divided Ravenheim. Happy to see you here today. We are joined here by some of our amazing heroes. Now unfortunately DW is going to have an awesome project. He'll be out for a little while. We hope you have a great time, DW. We can't wait to see you when you get back. And Shauna is unavailable, so hopefully we'll get to see her again soon. But until then, we are back here in beautiful Los Angeles in Float Studios. And this episode is sponsored by +32 Charisma and The Goods Merchant, our sponsors. As always, if you are watching, make sure to look for the links in the descriptions below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell for updates so you can keep watching these episodes as they happen. And let's meet these amazing heroes. Starting with the bottom there, Mr. Roy. Roy, please tell us who you are, who you're playing.
Well, as he said, my name is Roy Halo, actually, and I will be playing Corin, the rogue. Sorry.
And hello everyone, I am 𝐒𝐩𝐲𝐬𝐴, the Cinematic Sorcerer, coming at you from Float Studios, because here we all float. And I will be playing Cythereal, the Elven Sorcerer of Shadow.
Hi everyone, I'm Chris �10�10. You probably know that if you're here. I'm playing Aldor Rothgate, the half-elven warlock.
Hi everybody, I'm Zoe. I go by 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐴 on the internet, and I'm playing Paya, who's ready to cook and ready to eat.
Nice. Hey guys, I'm Joshua Story, and I'll be playing 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐴, the fighter Goliath, and we're ready to bash some hates. So let's get to it.
We'll get to it, but first, the really awesome intro. We'll see you when we're done. Enjoy the intro.
See you soon.
See ya. And we're back. Zoe reminded me that I didn't say who I was.
Who are you?
I'm PJ. I'm the Dungeon Master.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's why you're here.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Now I
I'm
get it.
everyone in the game that's not you guys.
And I just saw you outside in the alley, and I figured, the guys were being nice, so that just...
Hey, you know what? It was really hot outside in Los Angeles, so it was like, do me a solid, let me sneak in here.
It's true, it's true. Yeah. It's always hot here.
It is.
Hey,
It's
wanna
always
come
sunny
in and
in
play a
Philly.
game?
It's always hot in LA. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're hanging out.
Hey, you guys have any dice to roll, man? I'm fiending.
I mean, we are coming up
we
on a
do.
change of seasons. Like, we're leaving summer and entering a ward, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, either way, if you haven't had a chance to see the last episode, please make sure that you go back to our YouTube, Dungeons Divided, and check that out for recap to see what's going to happen today. But we are here in today's episode at the Reliquary. I'm sorry, we're out of the Reliquary. We're in the Relic Runners Guild. There has been some chatting with the head of information, their librarian, 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐴. There has been a couple of other moments, including Tinkus having to go away with another Warforged for personal and secretive reasons. But there is still a large guild hall for you to peruse, items to sell for your first ever successful run, as well as places to get food, places to rest, and an entire city in Edelthal for you to explore. Question is, as always, as I hand the ball to you, What are you gonna do?
Well, everyone, I mean, we've got these to sell, unless any of you really desire them.
Well, do we need to sell them now?
Well, with gold pieces, you can buy things.
Yes.
I could probably use some armor, if that is possible.
And definitely a bath.
I still got a couple days. All right.
Well, they've told me that we can get about 5,000 for each.
For a bath.
No, these.
Oh,
5,000 gold?
That's fair.
that's a lot of gold.
Did you barter, or was that the price you started with?
That was just the appraisal.
I see.
I haven't even begun.
And you sell it to the guild themselves?
I'm not sure where that is.
And what is it you guys would like to do with this money? Would we be splitting it?
That makes sense.
Right.
After all, we didn't
Why?
earn it together.
No, that's...
Did you not think that you would get
No, of
a
course.
fair share?
No, of course. It's not that, but... The eye does seem interesting.
Oh.
Yes. The ability to see what cannot be seen.
How can you see but not be seen?
With a magical
I
eye.
mean, yeah, you use a big eyeball.
Like the one that we found down there.
Magic eyeball.
It's kind of right in the name.
Right,
Yes.
right. Exactly. So,
I'm just saying, yes, well...
and with a metal friend of ours gone, so we all get big portions too, right? So,
It would stand to reason to set his portion
Aside.
aside,
Right.
as it would our friend with multiple limbs.
Yes.
so we should protect this money. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, right.
Right.
Or at least the relics. Now what was the other relic that we had?
Oh, shit, I forget.
The orb within the orb.
Okay, so the two that you have found from your time with Karak is the Gem of Seeing and the Sensor of Controlling Air Elementals.
Yes, the censor.
Interesting.
Of controlling air elementals.
Well, there's an entire city to look through, and I'm sure we'll find someone to barter with, but I just think the eye is useful. We could always sell it, but we do have a chest, and we can keep it for now. Up to you.
I think if you want to hold on to it, 5,000 gold between all of us should be fine to get the supplies that we want for now. So we sell 2 of them? 1 of them?
One. The other one's, as I'm told, worthless.
So, okay, so, right,
Were you
okay.
told that it was worthless or priceless?
Worthless. Oh, I listened.
Fair.
It does make you feel good, though.
Context means everything.
Well, I mean, if we're keeping 2, we're keeping 2 of them. Okay.
So what benefit do we get if we give it to the guild?
Money.
So we can either sells it for money or gives it to the guild for money.
I believe that's just selling
Yeah.
To the guild.
to
the guild, right.
To the guild. Yeah,
It's,
let's just sell it to the guild.
it's the definition. Well, I don't know where to sell it.
Well,
I just
well,
knew where to appraise it.
What about a slate fella? I mean, he would know, right?
Yeah.
Where is he? Slate!
Well,
Slate!
It would stand to reason
You know-
before we think about getting more resources to take an appraisal and to see what we need.
True.
Rice.
I mean,
pasta. I have a very long grocery list that I need to go find. So,
And with the other 4,999,
butter, spices.
Fair. Well, there's 5,000 gone.
Pretty much.
That must be some great butter.
It's important. It's important to have better butter,
Well,
or you'll have bitter batter.
does anyone have any gold on them?
I've got
A bit.
10 myself.
I've got enough.
Got about the same. That's enough for food supplies. Is there anything else that we need?
You
Well,
said
I
armor.
think
I'd like some armor.
That would be fair considering how much, well, from what I can see, his fighting style is very much block attacks with himself.
Well, I had to leave in a bit of a hurry. I don't. Well, I was on the road, you know. I don't have my armor.
where is it?
Well, it's.
Should we go
Not
get
here.
We can go get it.
No, it's just not here. It's very far away.
it? How far?
Far away.
Okay.
We've got a boat.
We don't need to
All
get it.
right. We could.
It's probably not that good anyway. You know, covered in nasty stuff, you know.
No?
Covered in nasty stuff. Anyway,
Yes, right?
Okay.
Do we see, does Zolgar still have chains on him? Do we see any chains or anything on him? Or did we see anything on him?
That's a good question. What would you say your character still has on him?
he still has
Oh,
he still
you
has
do?
some manacle. Like it's broken. There's like a little chain link on, and he's got one on both sides.
Okay. I will say, since you've said that out loud, that is something that is, and you're not doing anything to hide it, so it's visible
No,
for anyone
no.
to see.
Ah,
Yeah.
Zolgar,
huh?
well, far be it from me to ask, but
Yeah.
where you left your armor, it's not a place you can go back to, is it?
Starts rubbing his chains. I'd rather not go back there. If it's all right. If it's all the same.
I'm sure we all have a past. The way you fight. You are not just some prisoner.
No, not really. A lot of practice, you know.
Well, what were you?
Well, you know, I,
Because those don't look normal.
You don't have to tell us if you're not ready. We just met.
It's true, but I mean, knowledge is power and could help us protect them.
Hey, look, it's Slate. Hey, Slate, how you going?
It was going good till you scared off all my potential, guild hirees.
Yeah, hey, come here for a minute. We got a question for you.
All right, fine. Slams down his tankard and comes over. What can I do for you?
We're wondering. We got some things that we like to get rid of, you know? Perhaps you could maybe help us with that.
We came back with 3 relics.
Yeah, big relics.
That's amazing. Congrats. That means you're officially, well, once you turn them in and we figure out the paperwork, that means you're officially relic runners.
More paperwork. They're big, you know, you'll want them.
Oh, I bet I will. Here's the thing. I just train them and recruit them and train them. I don't do any of the money stuff. I get a salary and I get a bed.
Wait,
But
you could have trained us?
Yeah, do you want training?
do we?
Seems to me like you were able to handle it all just peachy.
I mean, yeah, we handled old Brandi very easily.
I'm sorry.
Would you like to
need
see a
back that
magic
up.
trick?
Did you say Brandi?
Oh yeah, we put him down.
Yeah, old brown eye.
Has anyone told Grim? Have y'all talked to Grim about this yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how was he about it?
Rather ominous, one would say.
Thrilled.
Yeah, that's old Grim. He is about as ominous as a funeral shroud. What is say? Who did the final blow? Who did the killing?
Oh, that'd be Zolgar.
Oh, the big guy. Yeah, smart guy too. So
Hey, you want to see a magic trick I learned a little while ago?
you know what? Sure.
Yeah, look.
Hold on, I'm gonna make a roll. He goes, "That's the damnedest fine magic trick I ever saw."
Oh no, it's not face magic. I'm like a sorcerer.
A sorcerer?
I do all this magic.
What amazing bloodline has gifted you with such powers?
The gods have seen
Please.
fit to make me magic.
Upon his statement of that, Cythereal slowly turns his head and blinks twice.
Magic.
Slate's gonna step in and go, "Okay, now hold on here. So, do y'all have questions about what to do with the relics now that you can potentially sell them for money?"
Yes, we'd like to know where we can fence them.
Excellent. Well, okay.
And get more money.
That's the dream, isn't it? So here's the thing. We handle that. You give it to us. We buy it off you for the price of value, and then we go to the fence and sell it at a higher cost so that we can recoup and continue to do things like pay for food, room and board, clerics, and medical assistance.
And what if we were our own company?
Well,
Do they do the same?
Then they would have no motivation for allowing us into the reliquary.
That's true.
Unless there were, in some cases where this could happen, say you're one of the many corporately backed relic runners, usually the corporation pays a monthly due or stipend.
I see. Rent.
Exactly.
Well, we do seem to be a trading company, do we not?
Like many
Oh, I
in
mean,
a knife
I've
fight,
got
they
a-
will always get their cut.
I've got a trading company, but they're not doing great right now.
But they could be.
What?
I mean, have you heard of a Rothgate Trading?
You know, I think I have. Sometimes I go by the dock, I see a boat that's not the Rivenheim Trading Company, and that's you lot?
Yeah, we're from the islands.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I ain't done a lot of business with y'all, but yeah, no, I know you.
Okay. I mean,
The question's yours. Do you want to be a corporately backed, unique entity? Pay a small rent. You all get to sell whatever you want, however you can.
how much is the rent?
Oh man, I'd say per month you're looking at I'd say depending on contracts you might get about 1,000 gold a month per team.
Oh,
Well, I don't know if we're quite there yet, are we?
But
No.
it should be stated all this will be worked out with the contract logistics officer, but also rent is just access to the reliquary. Things like food, housing, armor, everything else that we provide, that you will have to pay extra.
maybe we don't need to be corporate right away.
No, I don't think we do. I think we're fine where we are.
I don't have access to the funds currently. It's, yeah, I mean, you know, it's a boat ride away.
No, right. Well, I mean, if you have any, I don't know, like a board or any other sort of like executive or president that can help us with the paperwork to make sure that there is a steady, habitual flow. We can, they can put you on, what's the word, where you, like a stipend that pays for your food, limited to that amount monthly. Like
Right, per diem and
yeah, look,
so forth.
I don't want to bore you down with logistics. All I know is I'm a trainer and I'm a recruiter and I'm here to help you and answer your questions. But since you've done your first official run, that means we can discuss how we're going to put you in the guild charter. An independent team, corporately backed, or do y'all want to use this as great momentum to join any of the other teams? And he points to a massive board, massive wooden board, magically enchanted with floating, rotating numbers and symbols of different teams from different companies, including independent teams that just do all their own running. And the numbers are constantly shifting. Value of gold earned per run, value of the gold earned a month, like the biggest haul yet, yada yada. All massive wooden board, takes almost the entire wall, and is like this leaderboard of the Relic Runner Guild. This decides who's on top and who's dead last. This is also a great way for newcomers to figure out where they gotta aim their shot at. And if they're an independent one like these fellers here, well, we also do contracted runs. And these are a good way to find out who's worth the gold that ain't already attached to another company.
I see.
Oh, is it out of the question that we could perhaps later transfer into corporate?
I don't see any reason why not. And if you decide corporate ain't your thing, if you can dissolve your contract with us, amicably, of course, I don't see any reason why you can't do that either.
I mean, I would like to put forward that we just stay independent currently, because we're still new. We don't know if this is even going to last.
Yes.
Some of us could leave. We don't know.
I see no reason to be hasty.
Exactly.
It's a good point.
We are young yet.
Gorn will look at the board and look at the top names. Again, is the board, you saying, is it changing?
The names on the board are constantly having this kind of flickering power struggle where there'll be one at the top and it'll drop down as the other one overtakes it and it'll immediately switch back as someone else just pulls in another haul, constantly going numbers flipping off and ticking away.
And the tops are usually they're all corporate backed?
So there's two halves. One is the corporate runners, people that represent major companies investing in multiple teams all under the same banner. And then there's the independents. They are just as active because they have a lot more to prove and their time is their money. The more they do the runs, the more they get to pay the rent, the more they keep running, and
Who
it's
would
a
you
hectic
say?
cycle.
Who would you say the top two right now are in the independent? Would we know that?
We
Here
could
we go.
probably read it.
Yeah.
So-
if I'm reading it.
Oh, good. Rub it in.
The top two independents, or free teams, as they're also called, is the All-Star Runners and the 𝙁𝙗𝐸𝐷𝑠 Hunters.
Oh, it's changed.
On the corporate side, though, there's currently a massive back and forth between the Rivenheim Horizon Trading Company, with a lot of numbers out behind them, multiple teams, each pulling in probably 10, 20, 50 gold monthly, and they're probably making about 10% to 20% of those hauls. So yes, I believe Slate was giving you some ideas and some options about going indie or going corporate. He was trying to recommend potentially going to see the contract logistics officer for more questions or more dialogue about contracts. And that being said, does someone have a question for me? Do you have a question?
Yes.
Yes.
I was just kind of looking up at the board and looking at Slate. Question about these other groups. Is there any other group that's come back with 3 relics on their first run ever?
You mean like a single group that's ever done that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
And taking out Brandi.
On their first run?
I think we've set up some sort of gold record, right?
Well, I know the All-Star Runners are the top indie runner right now.
Listen up! How old do you think you could do with just getting on your first run, getting 3 relics right away?
And I use performance.
Okay,
Trying to get everybody's attention and rallying them up.
Go ahead, roll it for me, man.
I fail to see how this matters.
Let him cook.
It's 12.
Goes how much?
Yeah, it's 12.
12. Okay, so you hear you can see that the people are like, this guy's boasting. Boasters aren't ever real, yada yada. But Slate, who knows you, sees the items on your being and knows that Grim had some unfortunate things to say to Zolgar. Kind of leans forward and goes, "Is that all true?
Yeah, it's true.
Brandi, 2 artifacts, 1 run and done. Ain't done it before."
Actually, that's not true because Sophina's actually got another one that she's got on her wrist. So that's another relic.
Technically, that would make 4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
4.
forgot
That's
about
So sorry,
Right.
we forgot.
4 relics.
That's all right.
And then, as this happened, Corin will have leaned back, and he will kind of kind of, get swallowed up in the crowd a little bit.
Okay.
Lean into someone and be like, "Is that the same guy who killed?"
Okay.
Just throw it out to someone else.
Campaign?
Yes.
Whisper campaign.
You know what? In that case, I will
good.
give advantage to the performance check then. So go ahead, roll again, and compare the higher of the two.
Big numbers.
No.
This is not as high.
Not as high? No. Okay.
You need
Well,
So
my,
yes.
so I'm saying that's the same guy who killed it. No, I want to say Brown Eye.
Brand
Brown Eye.
Eye.
You ruined it for me.
It's so
I kept
That's why you screwed it up.
It's catchy.
Yeah, it's catchy. Brown Eye.
That's a problem. You're saying,
Yeah.
you did kill. I'm not saying you're saying that in real life, but
So yes, I will be starting a whisper campaign.
okay. So the effect of the whisper campaign effectively was granting advantage on the roll, and so with the whisper campaign, you're getting the feeling the other runners are like, if you're doing a good job, the board will show it. If you gotta brag about it, then you're not on the board. You know what I mean?
We haven't had the time yet. We just got back.
I'm loving this whole I have a headache, leave me alone energy. It's great. But Slade seems very impressed. He says, "We all got this much momentum on board. You killed one of the worst names in the first floor, one of the most notorious monsters we know. You got what? You said 4, Mr. Cythereal? 4 artifacts technically on your first run."
So it seems, but before you go further, I noticed that you said one of the worst beings on the first floor.
That's correct.
That begs the question, as we go deeper, there are things worse than Mr. Brondo?
There are other creatures down there, creatures long lost to time that we tend not to talk about. We don't want to encourage foolhardy attacks against them.
Perhaps I'll find my parents.
Yeah, that sounds
We'll
like
see.
a personal problem.
Oh, sorry. What was that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud?
You did, yes,
You
you
certainly did.
We clocked that.
Your parents are missing.
If you would like me to speak of it right now, I'm afraid I can't do that.
Whenever you're feeling comfortable.
You're learning.
In
right?
time, as he looks at all of you. Yes, in time.
Is that like a code?
No, it just means in time, like at a later date.
Oh,
You know how you're not ready to talk to
Perhaps
us
someone would
yet?
like a sandwich.
Then
what's that? Coffee? What, coffee? Coffee?
shouldn't we go get these things registered? Let's go get these things registered. Maybe
where
we
is
can get
that?
on the
Third
board.
floor? Where am I heading?
Yeah, contract logistics officer, you can find her on the 3rd floor. If you see in the library, go one more up, right there.
We do like the lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course. Just let me know what name to put up on that board, and I'll make sure to get to work on it.
Zolga.
No,
No, he means
Above.
a group.
all of us.
All of us together.
Well, since we were somewhat unpredictable in our wins, what if we call ourselves the Unpredictables?
Hey, you tell me what, I'll put it up there. I mean, it's all on you.
How do you spell that?
Yes.
No,
Spell it well.
no, don't fall into that
You
trap.
could guess, but you probably wouldn't be able to predict it. That was a joke.
I can't read or write.
All right.
A golf clapping.
How about y'all go off and go see the contract logistics officer? I'll be down here having my second stew and my 3rd pint. We'll know what name to put up there. And great seeing you alive and in one piece and doing so well.
Well, good to see you again.
Seeing you, thank you.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Appreciate it.
GM,
Yep.
do my shadows linger as we walk away?
Nope.
This is a curiosity question.
Shadows linger. I'm going to say not since you've left the reliquary.
Okay.
So, as you head to the contract logistics officer, by the way, a woman by the name of Amelia Torquwind. Amelia, spelled A-E-M-M-A-E-L-I-A. Let me know if you need me to spell it again, because it's a very vowel-heavy name.
Yes.
Like it.
Yeah, last... Oh, you need it again?
I like it.
Oh, thank you. Last name is Torquwind. T-O-R-Q-U-E-W-I-N-D. Like torque and wind.
I know there's a fart joke in there somewhere.
No, please.
Young grapefruit.
She probably got
I mean,
bullied her whole
torque.
life.
It's Torquwind, not Torquwind.
Twerking.
Oh. Twerk wind, that would be a different, that would be her cousin.
As you get higher and higher up, you are seeing kind of break-offs, like midpoint, to these really nice, cozy, warm, they call them dormitories, but like massive queen-sized beds pushed up against a stunning view of the city of Corlin in the continent of Edelthal. Just imagine every charming tavern room, every charming Victorian cottage room you've ever seen, Beauty and the Beast, Vox Machina. Simple, but homey in like every aspect of the word. Hundreds of them, as far as the eye can see. But as you go closer and closer to the floor of these spiraling staircases, you hear a very dull thud. And the thud gets louder, and there's a bit of a shake. And now the thud is less of a thud and more of a bang, and the shake is more of a report. And it gets louder and louder until you realize that you are listening to controlled explosions that seem to rock the very foundations. And there you hear the screams of frustration from what you can only imagine is Amelia herself. Well, damn it, if you weren't supposed to blow up, why did you have a fuse? Alright, make it bigger. I want a bigger bomb. Can you make it walk? And then you're standing in a rather large workshop. Polished wood floors, steel reinforced walls, and on one segment, a almost massive, I'm trying to think of a good word for it, like almost like a library shelf in of itself, but just nothing but contracts. Hundreds and hundreds of contracts on one side of the room. On the other, you see a female halfling with frizzy red hair, probably due from the fact of all the black powder burns from explosions rocking her hair all the time, covered in soot and freckles, and a leather apron that adorns a really cute spring dress. And she's got long leather black gloves and the kind of mad scientist goggles now perched up at her forehead as you see a demolitions, a mad scientist array in front of her. She is talking to crudely made constructs as they are working in tandem to build whatever sick thing she seems to be fascinated by in this moment.
Tinkus would have liked it here.
Oh, I think you're right. We must never discuss what is going to happen here.
So what
what's that?
happens in the lab stays in the lab.
Sure, if that's what you're thinking. Are there any other ideas on the name before we...
No, I think that was a great name.
The
So the the unpredictables.
unpredictables.
Oh, right.
Or we could call it nibblers. You know, he's like constantly eating all the time. And also, we could have a mascot. You know?
Yes, Little Mr. Unpredictable.
Yeah.
𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐲, are you hungry?
Well, I could use a bite, absolutely.
Hey, 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐲,
Yeah.
you know, there was something I wanted to discuss with you. If you don't mind.
What's that?
If you can come with me.
All right.
Are we not?
𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐲 and I will step out for a minute. We're gonna have a side
we
conversation.
can pause that and let them continue first.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what. When you feel that you need them, we will cut to them and have them rejoin the group after they're seen.
That's fine.
Okay. So let's. What business we're about to get down to?
And I will say just before, I will just say, I'll trust you to make the decision. And as
Give my thanks.
Bye, buddy.
Just give me a moment. Right. Hello there.
Just messing with things, and then there's an explosion.
That was very loud. Impressive.
Mop.
I've seen this before. It's tinnitus.
There is. I got my hearing back. All right, now who's interrupting my very important?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, we've just completed our first relic run.
Oh, great. What company do you work for?
Ourselves.
Oh, you're an independent.
Perhaps we will take the leap into corporate later.
All right. Oh, I caught up. So we're having a conversation about contracts, are we?
Indeed.
Great. And she turns and she starts screaming, "Thing one!" And this giant, metal construct comes up, cool, slams a massive table down, and she's like, "Thing two!" And this other multi-armed guy comes back with a bunch of chairs and starts putting them down all over the place, and she's like, "Please have a seat, I'll get some paperwork."
Ah, lovely.
Great. Thing one, thing two, be a darling, give me paperwork! And they're like, and they start awkwardly flailing as I go to get her paperwork.
Well, damn, that's convenient.
I built them to be very reliable. Very reliable.
Well, that's impressive work you've done there.
Thank you.
Oh, you're most welcome. I wouldn't say it if it weren't true.
Thank you very much. She pulls out a chair, has to kind of... You can tell she's trying to think about how to get into it, and then she goes, you're so daft. She hits a button on her shoes, and she just gets like stilts that makes her high enough that she can walk like a 6'2" human. She sits down in the chair. Every problem, a new solution. That's what I always say.
Oh, that's a great outlook you've got there.
Thank you. When you're only like 3'2", everything's a problem.
Well, not for you.
Not because I'm full of solutions.
That's indeed. So we've acquired some relics. We've put old Brandi back in his grave.
You killed Brandi?
Yes, our first try.
Who was it that killed Brandi? Was it you?
Well, I mean, we all had a hand in it, but our large friend who had to run to the privy was the one who did the final blow.
Has he talked to Graham yet?
Indeed. It's fine.
Are we sure?
Rather ominous fellow.
Well, Graham, we don't call him that because he's a ray of freaking sunshine now, don't we?
I thought we called him that because it was his name.
Technically, it's an abbreviation of his last name, but it's just kind of poetic that it fits, you know. Graham! Because he's surly as hell! Thing one, thing two, where is my paperwork? Bam! Cool. And they move away, and she's like, alright,
Okay.
let's get down to business.
Yes, I rather like that. I've got some paperwork of my own.
Oh, okay. Well, what I have here is a standard issue indie contract.
May I?
Of course.
Oh.
She hands you a nice little leaflet of paper.
I start perusing.
Oh.
The rest of you jump in whenever you want. Do what you like.
I hate paper.
And he's reading through the contract, and he's gonna just start making notes.
Okay. I'm trying to think about like giving you a skill for like legalese kind of things. Let's say society.
Society? Okay.
Hanging up.
All right.
Yeah, that's a
Or insight.
insight.
It's like a combo of like rubbing elbows.
Thieves can't.
Thieves can't. There you go. That's how you hide it.
Business can't.
Yeah.
Business. There we go.
Business can't be clear.
so thieves can't.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
sure.
yeah, give me that check. We'll go from there.
Oh, what is it based off of?
I believe it is based off of. Oh, you know what? I'm getting my systems confused. That's
Kinda
on me.
hybrid.
Yeah, I would say instead in this case, please give me a investigation. Give me an investigation check.
Oh, investigation.
Yes.
Okay.
That is on me getting my systems confused. While he's making that, I saw a hand go up. Did
Yeah.
you have something?
Oh no, I would just. Sorry, I was.
No, please. Sure. I'm just responding to stimuli.
It's 15.
15? Okay. So yeah, you're seeing that this paperwork goes into greater detail about most of the things Slate said already. There's nothing too surprising, basically, that the independent contractors would have to pay their rent at the beginning of the month. But with that, everything they get in the quarry is theirs to sell at a price that they can do independently with the other fencing guilds and magical item guilds in town. They have to pay for room and board and food in the process, but they will be at, I believe, a reduced rate. So like 5 gold a bed, 5 gold a meal.
For like a month.
For like a month, yeah. Now, they have different systems in which you can pay up front, you can pay in the back end, you can split it, yada yada. But you can also see the language shows that this can be basically customized between the ND and the contract holder. So there's an opportunity in the language that lets you kind of work that differently to the betterment of your deal.
I mean, yes, that's what he would like to try to do.
Excellent.
Yes.
So, I have a feeling that you were like trying to say you wanted to do something or look at something, or
No.
No?
No.
Must be my
We
own
do
brain.
have we are a high-end clientele.
We're not. We're noobs.
We are pros.
Yes, we're-
You're gonna want us.
So let me ask you this.
Yes, our guild
What
name
would
will
you
be the
like to change about
Dunning-Krugers.
the agreement so far? It could be the amount of money, how it's divvied up.
Yeah, I think the amount of money that we have to pay for
monthly.
monthly.
So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to consider this my own way of social encounter.
Okay.
Combat checks happen in this case. Well, skill combat checks happen in this
Yes.
case. So,
I've been buttering her up.
yes, she has been.
That's why we need to buy so much butter.
It's so true.
It's true. The good
Listen,
kind.
you guys made fun of me for
Tell her
wanting to
why
buy a
you
lot of
came to
butter.
this town.
They did.
No.
We have to give this lady a good Maillard.
My brain went to a weird place. So here's how it's going to work. I want you to kind of give me an amount. Give me an offering in character, and then we'll roll yada yada and go from there.
Okay. Seems a bit high for stars on the rise who haven't had. We've only had one run. I would say until we get going, let's say 6 months, perhaps, until we establish ourselves correctly. Perhaps it would be 2 gold a bed per month.
2 gold a bed a month. Give me a persuasion check.
I would love to.
I think Cythereal wants to make an insight check to see if he understands what's happening here.
Okay, go ahead, make an insight check to figure out the art of the. I don't want to say that, but the conversation that's happening.
I rolled badly. It's a 16.
Okay.
And that would be an 18 on my insight.
Nice.
18. Okay. So you rolled 18. I'm going to say that's enough to successfully be aware of the situation. You rolled a 16. She rolled a 14.
Aha!
So when you say 2 gold a month, she goes, I mean, yeah, that's 3 gold difference. Nothing wrong with that. Would there be any other place that we could be taking that out of? Say we should maybe just up your monthly by like, say, 1,010?
Okay, maybe Chris doesn't understand what the monthly is.
Oh, the monthly rent for the quarry as an independent.
Oh. Yeah. You've got to... Well, no, that defeats the purpose. You see, and here are some of my calculations. And he hands her his notes that he's doing, and it's bullshit. It is such business bullshit that shows greater profits for the reliquary later on the back end, but there's no provision to keep us there.
Yeah.
Okay, so having deciphered what's happening, Cythereal would like to assist in the negotiations.
Okay.
Because I have pretty high charisma as well. And so and when you look at things logically, there's not much of a loss considering the competence of this group.
So, I mean, here, you look at the figures. What were you thinking for the monthlies? Does it coincide with my numbers? I mean, they're considerably lower.
Which one did you hand me, yours or hers?
Mine. We know that theirs is 1,000?
1,000 for the rent per month, yeah.
1,000 rent per month. I think I probably have like 600.
Well,
the other thing that has not been put in here is we would, perhaps one or two members of our group could speak to the new recruits. I mean, Slade does a fine job, but...
Takes the paperwork from you and starts looking it over. She gets, like, goggles, almost like the things from National Treasure, where it's, like, 3 or 4, like, layers of bifocal. So, go ahead and give me a deception check with advantage since you are being assisted.
Oh my. Thank you. Oh, that's a 9. God, that's a 16 again. I rolled a 4 and a 9.
She looks at you. She looks at the paper. Bullshit! You're bamboozling me! And I know a bamboozle because I've boozled some bams before.
Wait, may I see that again?
Of course, it's your paperwork.
Yes, let me make sure that the decimal points are all in the same place.
All you want? I know the license.
Hold on.
All right. She rolled a nat 20, by the way.
Yeah, of course she did.
Yeah, she looked at this, she's all like... And I think she even says something like, you know, my left ear that hears better is... I'm hearing bullshit in that one.
Paya's gonna, Paya's gonna, like, giggle at that one. Like,
so Cythereal would like to say something. I'm still making a persuasion check.
Okay.
And as you see, the competence of this group is so unpredictable that giving us a lower price would be something closer to a wager, given that your bamming of boozles, as you say, is so attuned. If you were to give us some sort of discount, chances are he may not live through the first month.
He does make a good point.
How do you get a D20 on a side? It's
Oh my god.
yeah, literally.
It was cocked?
Yeah, I feel like Dick Sargent in The Twilight Zone. I just, man, I'm old. Okay. That would be a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. So, you give this point to her, and she looks at him and she's like, Wait, now hold on a second. You're saying that I get to charge a lot, half or less or whatever, in the hope that you're dead in a month?
I mean,
Because I'm down for that.
Well,
it could happen.
Can I also have the rights to your kidneys?
not in so many words, and definitely not in that tone of voice, but I do not see why not.
I mean, you'd have to retrieve the kidneys. I mean, we'd be dead. We couldn't bring them back to you.
Oh, I'll just put a contract out for your kidneys. Oh, it's really harmless. You'll be already dead. You won't miss them.
That would
see.
that would make us potential relics.
You know what? You seem like the kind of person who doesn't waste things.
No, of course not. Thank you. Put down your brother. No, of course not.
I like that in a person. Contract or not, you can have my kidneys when I die.
Give me my paperwork back.
Well, hold on. I'm putting in a new provision to assist with some of the recruitment.
Oh, that sounds. Yeah, that sounds lovely. Would you like to be official members of the guild's staff? You could be recruiters.
I'm just saying that we've seen Slade make some
Take yes for yes.
faux pas, and I think we could help.
Oh,
Which is a value in itself.
how would you like to help? Are you talking about like being non-recruiters? You're talking about being like consultants? And the word just drips from her mouth like it's so vile.
In a way, we would be closers.
Oh, put that in the paperwork. Put that in the paperwork.
Yes, I'm-
Closers?
Yes.
I have
We will seal the deal.
one legal kidney. Legal kidney. I got consent. She said I could. Kidney. Mine. Put in the paperwork.
And one kidney.
Yes.
There it is.
Specifically, what was her name, dearie?
Pie.
Pies kidney.
Nice to meet you.
Kidney.
Upon true death, as in
True death.
no dying, no resurrection. No, if she's dead and she's dead, the kidney is mine.
Yes, but it has to be true.
Right, of course,
Oh, yeah.
of course. Of course.
And would you care to initial right there? Okay.
Out of curiosity, have you ever been curious about how a Goliath's organs work when soaked in alcohol?
Now that you've said the very thing, I can't unthink it, and it's literally the only thing I want.
Well, perhaps we can work in a larger discount.
I think we could probably convince Solga.
Well, if he suffers true death, I'm
We'd
sure
have to
he
work on
wouldn't
it, but
complain.
for you, I think we could do it.
All right. Give me a persuasion check with advantage, because right now you're offering someone's organs. She's apparently really on board. I rolled a nat
Oh, you're
20 on
doing it?
how much she wants it. Well, anyone between you two who's rolling the persuasion on this.
If DM will allow it,
Yeah, you're gonna want me to.
will you
do
allow
it,
me to have telepathy?
I think.
Allow you to have what now, sorry?
To whisper?
Unless
Psychic
you're
whisper?
Well, no, you want to do a scene, so after this, I want to cut to you, and then we'll come back to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to throw something in. I could throw it in above table.
Yeah, well, above table. What was your thought?
The fencing. Go for the we want to be able to be negotiable, or like 70-30 on the fence.
You don't want 100% ownership of the fence yourself?
No, we want it. Meaning, right now, we have to take whatever price they give us, and they get to go fence it, right?
With the indie contract, I believe. Actually, I don't think we've. You can. Do you want to have 100% ownership of the fencing or 70-30?
Well, right now we're only
right
getting.
now.
What are we getting?
We were
We're
talking about 70-30 so that we didn't have to pay $1,000 a month for all of the accoutrements.
Accoutrement.
Because right now.
Well, we don't want to
to
be stuck to the 5,000, is what I'm saying. So if they're getting like 10,000, then we're getting. You know what I mean?
We can
So
negotiate.
why don't we
should be able
recheck
to
in
be
about what this contract looks
involved.
like as it stands right now? 'Cause I think
Okay.
there might be some confusion, and let me help you settle that. Right now, it sounds like the incidentals like beds and food and everything, 2 gold a month per head, with a renting fee for the reliquary of $600, 600
gold.
dollars. What am I saying? And right now, I believe the conversation about ownership of the fence for an indie contract is about 100%, with all of it being on your effort to sell. If you want to change that,
Yes. So
we
we
do
can
one
sell
more.
on our own.
Oh, we can sell it around. Oh,
Yes.
Yes.
Because I know, like I said, there might be some confusion, so I want to
Yeah.
make sure that's settled.
I did
Would
not
you
know that.
like to know the persuasion check? 26.
26. Okay. So, and this was for Paya's kidneys, I believe, right? 2 a month on incidentals, 600 for the rent, and 100% ownership of the fence.
And
Yes.
an extra pound of coffee a month within our incidentals.
Single origin.
Single origin? How many backstories do they fucking have? It's coffee!
And I believe it's peaberry. It's the best of the beans.
Peaberry? That sounds nasty.
No, it's just the size. You have normal here.
I don't drink coffee. I don't know.
Here's a normal coffee bean, and this is the peaberry. It's smaller, but delectable.
Ow!
You carry those around with you?
You don't?
Yes.
That's delightful.
I can show you all about the roasting if you'd like.
Yeah, you can learn. You seem like a mushroom drinker. Do you drink mushrooms for breakfast?
I mean, I'm no square. I eat my mushrooms.
Okay. We were having this discussion the other day about how some people prefer coffee, some people prefer other beverages in the morning. You don't strike me as boring, I guess.
No, I have a proprietary elixir of unknown chemicals that I drink every morning and every night.
Really?
Keeps me going.
It sounds fantastic. You should market it.
Amelia's strange fluid. I don't think it'd sell.
No, you can workshop that.
I'd workshop it.
Now, I bet you'd make a fortune.
Yes, make a fortune.
Or at least enough to pay for exotic materials for your work.
But with the money, I can get more kidneys, is what I'm hearing. Or spleens, yes.
Think about it.
Spleens!
You know what?
The Goliath spleen! He needs beer for this!
Should we send for those two to come back?
No.
Meanwhile, let's cut to these two over here, waiting very patiently with all this nonsense. So, yes, you take out Zolgar to the hallway. You hear a delightful shrill of screaming and negotiating.
It's going well.
We're selling our party members for coffee.
Yes, we are.
That was
being
the
neutral.
time that I held him down. I put my thumb in his face. You know, it was a good, clean kill. But anyway, you were saying.
Yes, Zolgar. Listen, I wanted to help you out a little bit. Those shackles,
Yeah.
they stand out. Why don't we take them off? I will go ahead and lockpick them.
Okay.
If I can.
Go ahead and make a
Thieves' tools.
thieves' tools check. I'll have it based on sleight of hand.
All right. Ooh, that was a good roll, so that will be 24.
Oh yeah. Easily picked.
Yeah, and I will be actually taking out my. I don't
Big
use.
challenge.
I don't actually use lockpicks. I will take out some water out of my container, and I will shape water, and I will manipulate the lock using ice and fluid.
Excellent.
And just snap them off of you.
Corey, I don't know what to say. It's been a long time since I've had these off.
I understand. Listen, your past is your past. It doesn't define who you are today. It's your actions that matter. In time, you can tell us. In your time.
Yeah. Thank you, Corey.
My pleasure. I can tell. You have a good heart.
Corin, I've killed a lot of people, but they were all bad.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but it don't make it any easier, you know. But this is a start. Thank you.
Of course.
leans down, pats you on the shoulder.
My pleasure.
Yeah. And if there's anything I can do for you, maybe. Hey, do you want to see a magic trick?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
So, anyway, I got this big, he shoves his hand in front of you. You got this big thumb, right? And hey, watch. I can watch. Pretty impressive, huh?
Impressive.
Yes. Yeah. I think so. My magic is getting better. Anyway, we should go show the others, yeah?
That's a good idea. 𝐒𝐲𝐬𝐬,
Yeah.
I might take you up on that.
What? The magic?
But... Not the magic, but... If I do need anything... If I do need any help... I may ask you.
All right. Yeah. No worries.
I'm listening right now. What do I hear?
You hear the shrieking of Goliath organs!
I believe we should head inside.
Maybe you're right.
Yes.
Okay, if I could get everyone's initial on this.
What I miss?
say-
You've
Ethereal
already
s-
signed.
Well, I
Ethereal
can say it again,
signs.
though. Bit is more important than ink.
You don't even want to...
Nice.
I have a very particular DNA scanner. It's better than a handwriting.
Oh,
Put your blood on it. Spit's fine too, I suppose.
perhaps I could rub the inside of my cheek a bit.
I mean,
You need blood. He pulls out his great axe. How much do you need?
No,
She
I
just
believe
wants
it's
her
a
organs
drop.
when you die.
Just a drop.
yep, now you reminded me. I need legal right to your organs when you die.
I gave her mine.
Yeah, I got
There's a
forgive me.
special provision
You want
must
my
sign.
organs?
But only
If
when
you
you're-
die.
When you're truly dead.
I don't see a problem with that.
It's line 13. As soon as
Corn will
Corn's
be looking it
I mean,
over.
he already
and-
signed it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Probably fine.
It's a paperwork.
Do you want the provision initialed?
Yes, I'll need it for when I make the contract to get them.
No, you can't
It's
just sign
only
things
proper.
once. You can't just sign things once. It's
Corn will look at it and kind of nod impressively. All right. Seems good. I hit sign it.
Yeah. So he takes his axe, his great axe, and he says, "You need blood, right?" And he slices his thumb right off.
The whole thing off?
What? I did the magic trick!
She's gonna like hold it.
She's looking at you. She's looking at you, going, "Where's the thumb?"
Put it back. It's fine. And
It won't go back.
I'm gonna massage it. You're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. And I'm gonna
And
use
now
it.
I present to you the bargain.
Yes, you see what we mean about the whole month thing.
And with that, hold on. Yeah, okay, critical. She goes,
Best gamble I ever took. You'll be lucky if you leave the building alive, you sons. Yes. This is great.
I do like making others feel good about a deal.
Soldier was here. He starts writing on the wall with his blood. Makes the little happy face.
Little happy
he's
face.
marking his.
I mean, he's just leaving more DNA for you.
I'm not complaining, mind you.
All right, everybody's...
A family member once told me that if you cannot change your circumstances, lean into them.
Your foresight is impressive.
Thank you.
She looks at it, she takes a look over. So in this social encounter, there was contested checks and advantages and things happening to try and combat her altered state of mind, shall we say. Of the 4 attempts to be successful, you only needed to get 3 to win the contract negotiation. As you've seen, this is going pretty well because you got 3 out of 4 successful encounters with Amelia. Well, she looks at you as she looks at the contract. She goes, I think there's one part that you didn't fill.
It must be an oversight.
She slides to the center of the table, gets a big pen, and she fills it with, as you can see, a crimson thick fluid, and puts it down in front of you, and she says, team name.
Oh, right.
Who
Yes,
could
you
have
need
predicted
this.
that?
You need to fill this out, and it needs to be something you all agree to, and you only do it once, because that's blood in that pen. Quite frankly, I'm very tired, so I'm not doing more.
I like Corin's idea.
If we were to put it to a vote, there would be 3 of us that agree.
Yes.
Make that 4.
Yes, I believe we,
It's simple.
the unpredictables.
I like. I'll write it in here. I was gonna say the closers was actually.
Closers!
I like.
I do kind of like that.
Closers is good. How about
Well,
the
let's see.
unpredictable closers?
If we're the unpredictables, then we get good thumbnails. If we're the closers, then we have a catchphrase in ABC.
Aye, only closers get coffee.
I like both of them. I leave it up to you all. I'm happy with both.
But should we put it to a vote?
What if we have both?
I say even, unpredictable. Odd, the closers.
It's a fair rate. Hey,
Oh,
will you
wait,
pull out
can we
your
use the
die?
big die?
The die of destiny.
Oh, the Die of Destiny!
Die of destiny.
Die of destiny.
So we
I think
have,
that's great.
So if you haven't seen it, we have a die specifically for just such an occasion.
Yes.
There was a specific
fact-
episode that it almost killed us all.
Yes.
This die almost killed the party.
did.
And this party, this die will decide the party's name.
It's
We
only
have-
right.
And apparently, it's it can still kill us.
Can somebody put this on the
Oh, yes.
monitor? It's going to need protection. All right, now closers get
Wait.
coffee.
Oh,
There we go. Now, for those of you at home, this is I'm assuming 5-pound metal die with edges. So we're going to protect everything here. Now, I want to offer the decision to the party. Do you want me to roll it for you, or do you want one of you all to roll it?
Well, I think the one doing the negotiations.
Oh,
Should have the honor.
I was gonna suggest Corin because he put forth the name.
So, but we also had a name. So,
How about this? For your first roll to the very first negotiation. Now,
All I care is whoever rolls it does not break the screen.
Yes, that's why we're stacking up with these lovely boxes from Charisma.
Thank you.
So here's how this is going to work. You can either do a high or low and decide that. In fact, that's what I'll say for this one roll. The first roll, make it simple. Why make it complicated? If it's 10 and under, it will be the unpredictables. If it's 11 and up, it would be the closers. Does that sound fair?
fair.
Everyone?
Fair.
Good?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
It is a 2.
It is the unpredictables.
Okay.
That is really heavy die.
Heavy die.
We'll have to figure a better place for that.
I was like, that thing is gonna bounce. Please don't bounce.
Yeah.
Oh, I tried to roll low,
Yeah, you
but
did
it's
good.
still.
You did good.
All right.
She's a danger, though.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
The entire table vibrated.
I'm getting visions of a clown holding that die in a sock.
Sap.
I guess he doesn't play D&D.
Guess not. So with that, you all take the pen and you sign off on the name, The Unpredictables. With that, she rolls up the piece of paper, she puts it in a metal tube jutting out of the wall, and shoots down through a vacuum, a pressurized tube. It goes down below, and she says, you might want to go down pretty soon and see what happens after that. But also, Thank you for working with the Relic Runners Guild. Your contracts are now literally sealed in blood, which means I got your organs. I got your organs. See you in a month.
Can we have yours?
That was not up for negotiations.
We'll talk about that later.
Yes,
I am a married woman. Married to science, so ask me later.
Oh, well. Yes, well,
What a woman.
thank you.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure doing business with you, Aldor of the Unpredictables.
And I meant what I said, Amelia. You should market that drink. If you need any advice or help, I'm there for you.
Okay, freebie, give me a persuasion check.
13.
13. She's thinking about it, and you can see she's thinking about it. She's like, alright, now I like that it's just my wee little drink in the morning, but who knows, maybe in time if I perfect the recipe, we'll talk.
Absolutely, you let me know.
Alright, bye, Skadoodle, have to blow up more things. And an answer to your note. Just because I want to see what the hell is going on with this. Here you go. So, as you all go down the stairs, you get back to the main area. It is quiet. It's a delicate ecosystem when 6 major companies and 20 individuals put their hopes and dreams on the line. And a violent line it is. One where trolls come back from the dead and mark your very soul for hunting. One where the world is constantly moving underneath and ancient mysteries can sabotage you or reward you before you even know it. It's a very delicate ecosystem. And the boards shut down. The magic with the names, the words, the numbers, all stops. And you can feel everyone holding their breath. And then it springs back to life. One by one, names reappearing, numbers reallocating, and then on a single board, somewhere, number 2, the Unpredictables starts to scribe. And as this happens, you hear an entire cadre of runners scream and flip a table and storm out in rage. And others turn to you with a big stein, a free drink for all, and Slate leading the chant. They're unpredictable.
Oh,
And
so
that is
good.
where we're ending today's episode. You are on the board number 2 with the bullet, and we're gonna see what those angry lads were all butthurt about next time. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you so much, and have a great night.
Good night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.